Hello and welcome to Fundamentals of Music Week 4. This week we are going to be doing critique. So this lecture will be about discussing effective critique. What is effective critique? Effective critique is critique that gives the student further directions that they can work on their piece. Effective critique is not a mind-crushing ego demonstration by a professor. We've seen that. I've seen that in various painting classes that I've had and whatnot. Effective critique, when you're done with a good critique, you want to go and work. That's the point of good critique. It's your piece. It's up to you how it's going to be finished. And a good critique will give you options as to what directions your piece can go. Sometimes critique can be devalidating, can remove validation from the progress that you're making on a piece, or can sort of devalidate you as you are attempting to create art. That's not good critique. Good critique does not eliminate validation. Good critique gives you validation and encouragement to move forward and develop a variety of ideas. So in our critiques, we do not have to defend our pieces. In fact, it is best to just listen to the critique and let it in. If you're defending your critique while someone's critiquing it, your mind is busy racing and creating a defense rather than hearing what the critique is. So in our Fundamentals of Music class, I'm going to give you a sheet which has some very specific things that you can look at in order to give feedback to your colleagues. We're going to look at how effective is the melody? Can we hear the melody? Is the melody clear? How effective is the bass line? Does the bass line work? Is the bass line loud enough? Does the bass line have to come up? Often in beginning songs, the middle is clogged. There's a rhythm instrument, there's hi-hats, there's cymbals, there's voice, there's all kinds of things happening in the mid-range, and it's clogged and there's too much going on. Often a really good critique is to tell someone, look, maybe we don't need this layer of violins over the guitar. Maybe we just need one or the other. Maybe we don't need either of them. If we just have the drums and the bass and a good melody in this section, maybe that's going to ring well enough. So basically what we want to do is listen carefully to our colleagues' songs and then give very specific critique, very specific suggestions for improvement and directions that the song can go. Let me say that again. The objective of critique is to give us suggestions, pathways forward to continue working on our artwork or on our song. And so this is what we're looking for, and this is how we're going to be listening to these songs and saying that, oh, I kind of like it, or I don't like it, or it sounds like this or sounds like that. Genre-specific critique to me is not as useful as very specific instrumental arrangement critique, specifically looking at the arrangement, how effective it does the A section go to the B section. There's also elements of technical critique. We're not a highly technical course, but we're also going to discuss some of the features of the song in terms of can I hear everything? Can I hear the bass line? Is the bass line so busy that it's crowding out the melody? These are all questions that we're going to look at and critique in a very positive, forward-looking environment. That is the purpose of critique. And our goal is when we're done with the critique, we now have some very specific items that we can go forward and work on. So really looking forward to seeing everybody either in class or online as we listen to the songs and give each other feedback on directions forward.